Rona League into week 1 of great matchups. Let me say, we had great matchups this week. Nice and even. Let's get right into these games, you know what I mean? First matchup, we had Masters of the Juniverse versus the Real Hot Boys. And we had a pair of quarterbacks that were a flop. Just a flop. These guys were terrible. Terrible. Man. Cam Newton and I think it was Watson. Who was the other guy? Let me see. Yeah, Winston. Ha! What the hell? I don't know what these guys were doing, but they didn't score anything compared to what they were projected to score. Either way, Masters of the Juniverse ended up riding on the shoulders of Christian McCaffrey, right, to get the win over the Real Hot Boys. And to add insult to injury, both of these teams left over 50 points on, or just about 50 points on the bench. But that's something to look at for when you make your next lineup. Next we have the Venomized Crew versus Team. And ladies and gentlemen, this was a close one. Very close game. Came down to exactly 1 point. It was very close. Very close. Both teams set lineups with an IR player, you know, an injured reserve player. So they both had a zeroed out position, which obviously they were still close. Well, luckily, the Venomized Crew had the 49er defense that racked up close to 30 points and was the difference in tipping the scales in the favor of the Venomized Crew. So, starting off the year, the guy that said he wouldn't be in last place takes out the 2-time champ to make it 1-0. We'll see how that works out for him next time. Alright, in game 3, we had Thick Eagle Fan versus Rex Ryan. Used to be fat. Yeah, he was fat, yeah. Well, in this matchup, it was like a seesaw battle. They kept, one would take, you know, I think there was like 3 different lead changes. But at the end, it was the combination of Drew Brees and Le'Veon Bell who put together almost 40 points, giving Rex Ryan, used to be fat, the win. But these two teams also left over 50 points this time on the bench. So it's time to take a look at those lineups for next week. And I would like to say, he also had a player on IR that he had on the lineup. I think everybody needs to take a second, you know, come Thursday morning, check your lineup, make sure all your players are healthy so that you don't have a zeroed out position. And in game 4, we have Iguana versus AHaHa. This game was a high scoring game. When I say high scoring, it was high scoring. With 2 strong teams battling it out, it was the duo of Brady and Watkins who gets the win for Iguanas with a combo of 63 points. But AHaHa had a respectable 111 points, which was the 3rd highest of the week. So I would think that AHaHa is someone to keep an eye on when you play him, and you know, keep an eye out for him, because that's a strong team he has. I mean, yeah, he lost, but against what, 7 other teams, you know, he would have won. So I keep an eye on him. He made good moves. He had, you know what, I think he had Andrew Luck, and he still made his changes and still came up with 111 points. So I think he's a player you're gonna have to watch out for. And in game 5 was a little bit of like a miniature blowout here. It was the defending champ Litty Titty Committee versus the first year team Yo Bruh. The defending champ takes the win over the first year team Yo Bruh. Both teams scored strong, with the exception of Kevin's defense, who got a -4 points. And you add that with Tito's high scoring QB, I mean, that was a recipe for the defending champ to get a win, obviously. I mean, he had a high scoring QB, and Yo Bruh had a 4 points. So I mean that combination itself is gonna do that. You know what I mean? Gives defending champ a win. And now for next week's matchups, we have I Am Juniverse versus Team, and Real Hot Boys versus the Thick Eagle Fan, Venomized Crew versus Iguana, Rex Ryan Used to Be Fat versus Litty Titty Committee, and we have Haha versus Yo Bruh in the 5th game. I'd like to remind everybody to check your lineups. Make sure you don't have anybody injured reserve. Get ready. Thursday morning, we got the waivers going now. Check your free agents, check your waiver positions, check your waivers, period. And I'll see you guys next week with another Corona League recap.